Hello everyone. I just wanted to bring you through a nice quick power moves lesson for today. Something you can use as a resource to remind you of the exercises we've done in our classes before. So I'm going to give you 3 different levels. One is going to be standing, so always make sure there's a chair behind you, and also if you want in front of you to use for balance and support. And then we're also going to be doing a seated version. So if you rather do the seated version, just hang tight until we're done the standing movements. You can also feel free to follow from the chair as well. And we'll get to the seated version second. And lastly, we're going to go into some of the groundwork we've done, which both levels should maybe be able to get to depending how you feel. So for the power moves, we're going to work on the power up, the reaches, and the twists. And we're also going to remind you of a balance and a dexterity exercise you can do with your hands to keep your hands nice and nimble. So the first one we're going to do is the power up. So make sure you're about a foot away from your chair. You're going to push your bum back, controlling through the legs, wide fingers reaching forward. Now when we come up, we're trying to push our hips forward, squeeze our shoulder blades together, and stand nice and tall. This will be 1. You can get louder and louder as you're comfortable or as your neighbors will tolerate, all the way up to 10 to 15 of them. So we're going to power up for 2, shoulder blades squeezing together, pushing the bum back, control back into the chair, exhale up. Good. And you just repeat the same movement, getting a little more explosive if you're comfortable, and always slow and control on the way down. Exhale up. We should be around 5. Exhale, power up. 6. Pushing the bum back, wide fingers, shoulder blades together. 7. And you can go at your own pace when you're doing this on your own. Power up. 8. Hips going back. Tap the chair if you can. Power up. 9. We'll do 1 more. Power up. 10. Excellent. So the next ones we've done in our flow before was the reaches side to side. So remember we had numbers and letters depending on where we were at that stage. So we'll start very simply. So when the right hand reaches to the right, both thumbs are up, wide fingers, looking at your target. We're going to go up by 2s on the right side. So 1, 3, 5, etc. And then the left hand reaches to the left for letters, A, B, C, all the way up. So we'll do maybe 5 or 6 on each side just to remind you on these ones. So wide stance with your feet for balance. Right hand reaches, wide fingers, and looking at your fingertips. Both thumbs are up. This is 1. Now left hand reach all the way across, A. Right hand reach, 3. Left hand to the left, B. Switch, 5. Left hand reach, C. Right hand reach, 7. Switch, D. Right hand reach, 9. Left hand go, E. Right hand reach, 11. And left hand reach, F. Good job. So remember, you can go as many as you want. We just want to keep things simple for the video. Next ones are the twists. So remember this one. We want to turn our body with us as if we're to turn around and start walking. So the right hand twists over towards the left, and both my thumbs are up. If your shoulders are bothering, you can keep your hands lower. We just want to be working on the balance mainly. So right hand reach to the left for A, and the left hand's going to reach to the right, turning our hips, knees, and feet with us, facing that direction, trying to balance, wide base of support, and that'll be 1. So let's just go up to D for this one. Right hand twist to the left, both thumbs up, wide fingers, A. Left hand twist to the right, turning our body 1. Right hand to the left, B. Left hand to the right, 3. All right, so after the power up, reaches, and the twists, we're just going to be working on a balance exercise. So make sure you have your chair nearby. You can always just have your hands hovering above in case you do need it. Because if you're holding on tightly, then you're not going to work your balance as much. So the main thing is wide stance with your feet, nice and tall. Right toe is going to tap in front, lightly as possible. You're going to come back to center. Just try and make sure your knee isn't locking. right toe out to the right, and then right toe back. And you can go maybe 12 repetitions, whatever you feel comfortable with. So forward, to the side, try not to hit the dog, and behind. Remember, we also had directions if you want to work on those. So forward, for this exercise, we'll say it's north. Then we went out to the right, we'll say that's east. We can come backwards for south. And we're just gonna repeat that over. So north, out to the side, east, and behind, south. So if someone else is in the house, you can have them name out the directions so you can think a little quickly, which is good for the cognitive element. So if someone yells north, we tap north and back, south, behind, east, out to the side. You can even have them call it the opposite. So if they say south, you go north. And that really helps with the processing speed in the brain. So now the same thing on the other foot. Left toe taps forward for north. Left toe out to the side for west this time. And then behind for south. So if someone mentions north, you're gonna go south. Someone yells east, you go west. And then south, you're going north. And you can do all different directions. North is south. Or you can simply just tap in all three directions, which is focusing just on the balance. And then nice and tall, take a breather. So the next ones we're gonna work on is just finger dexterity, which is very important for controlling on your computer, writing, piano, anything you're doing around the house. So think as your thumb is 0, your index finger is 1, middle is 2, ring finger is 3, and pinky is 4. So neutral is your thumb. So if I say 1, we touch our index to our thumb, then nice and wide. 2, we touch our middle finger to our thumb, then nice and wide. 3, ring finger, open wide, and then pinky touching the thumb, nice and wide. So you can just work on doing this as an exercise, or you can have someone call out numbers and make it a little more complicated. But the main thing is wide hands, tap 1, tap 2, tap 3, and tap 4. Very nice. So some nice basic things you can do at home safely. Now the next one we're going to be doing is the same exercises from the chair. So the power up is going to be the same thing, except we can simply just have a seat, reach forward, power up, bring our shoulder blades together nice and tall. The only difference is we're not leaving the chair. So we're going to reach forward as far as you can, wide feet, power up for 2. You're going to reach forward, power up for 3. You should be able to get a little further on each one as you start to loosen up. This is a nice stretch to the back, and this here helps with your posture and your strength, among other things. So wide fingers, exhale, power up, count out nice and loud as you go. Power up. So the next thing you can be doing as a progression, if you're feeling comfortable, is reaching forward, squeezing your hips forward, trying to power up. If you lose your balance, the chair is right there for you. All right, so that's it for the power ups. Next ones are the reaches side to side. Same thing as a standing, but we're going to remain seated. So the right hand reaches all the way to the right, looking at our target, both thumbs up with wide fingers, and try and even get a bit of our hip off the chair to reach even further. So this is going to be 1, then left hand reaches to the left, wide fingers, thumbs up for A, right hand reach across, wide fingers, thumbs up for 3, left hand reach, B, right hand to the right, looking at our target, 5, left hand to the side, C, right hand reach, far as you can go, 7, left hand reach across, D, right hand reach, 9, left hand reach, E. We'll do one more. Remember, get small before you start to reach across again. So that's 11. We come back to the center, nice and big, bring the shoulder blades together for F and back. Now for the twisting, we're not going to be moving our hips and knees with us. So you just grab your right hand, you're going to reach it towards the left. And this is going to be A. Left hand reaches to the right. This is going to be 1. Right hand twist to the left for B. Left hand twist to the right for 3. We switch. C. We switch. 5. Right hand to the left. D. Left hand to the right. 7. Right hand to the left. E. We switch. 9. Right hand twist. F. And last one to the right would be 11. And we come back nice and slow. So another thing we can do for the balancing, instead of doing the compass from the standing position, without the chair, all I'm going to have you guys do is stand behind your chair this way, so you can use it for support. So try and be light on the chair as much as you can, and you can grab on if you do need a bit of balance. So the same things here, is we can tap our toe forward, come back to center. Right leg out to the right, which is east, to center. Right foot back for south and center. And then you repeat the same thing on the opposite side. Left foot taps forward north, then out to the side, which is west. Left foot behind south. Left foot forward north. Left foot to the side, which is west. And left foot behind, which is south. And you can play around those directions, just remembering someone can yell out the opposite direction just to help with the thinking as you go. So now that concludes the seated version of what we've done, and the hand one can be done the same way, seated or standing. The next portion I want to go through is just some of the gentle yoga movements we've done from the floor to give us a little more mobility. So make sure you have a mat and a chair nearby. So remember, getting down safely is very important. So some simple ways is to hold on to the chair, come down to a single knee, and then transfer over to the floor if you're feeling a little unbalanced. So the main one we're going to start with first is the cat-cow, just to loosen up our back. So you want to think of arching your back up, tucking your chin down. Nice deep breaths as you go through these movements. And these will be done a lot slower. Now the next portion is just to try and flatten your back, which helps give you the strength for posture. You're going to arch your back all the way up and trying to flatten it back out again. And you repeat this as many times as you feel comfortable. So back all the way up, tuck the chin, nice deep breath. Back down. I would say doing this 8 to 10 times would be plenty. The next one we've done is to loosen up with the twisting. So from a 4-point position, your knees are below your hips, hands below the shoulders. The right hand's going to reach under the left, trying to twist the body, obviously without any discomfort. And the right hand's going to reach up, trying to look up at your target. So that's 1 repetition from the right side. And the same exact movement from the left arm, reaching under the right, looking at your hand, and then bringing that same hand up to get a nice big stretch. Now we'll do 1 more from each side. So the right hand reaches under, right hand up towards the ceiling. Make sure there's no discomfort when you're twisting, or else just stop and try the other ones instead. So last one we'll do is left hand under the right. Left hand twisting up, looking at your target. Then we come back to the 4-point position. So another good one for core strength and posture is to try kick out your right leg. And if you can, your left hand will follow forward, keeping your belly button tucked in, your chin tucked for posture. And you come back to center. And the left leg would kick out, and then the right hand. Trying to keep your back nice and flat. Coming back to center. If that's too difficult, you can just do 1 hand at a time. Come back down, right hand out, back down, and then you can alternate the legs. Kicking the right leg, come back, kick the left leg, come back. And then once you're more comfortable, you can get back to doing both. It's really good for core strength stability. And back. So now the last one I want to show you is safely turning over to the side.